Welcome to my channel. I'm Venancia, and today I'm finally telling the story I've carried for almost 25 years. The story of how I left the Caribbean, my family, my friends, and everything I knew with a suitcase, a visa, and $150 to my name and no plan. If you've ever had to start over, if you've ever felt trapped, or if life pushed you into a corner, this one is for you. I didn't leave home because I wanted to. I left because I felt I was drowning. Emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially. My business was failing. My relationship was crumbling. Everything I worked for was slipping through my fingers. I was fighting alone. I was sacrificing. I was going without, trying to save a business. I saw the signs. No ambition, no plan, no vision. But I held on because I was ashamed to admit it was over. And then, one day, something, God, my guardian angel, my inner voice, I don't know, whispered to me, if you stay, you will not survive this. So, I listened. I told my mother I was leaving. Not even my family knew the depth of what I was going through. Back home, we keep things quiet. We bottle things up. We worry about what people will say, who will laugh, who will rejoice in your downfall. But I knew I had to go. I borrowed money from a friend, and she didn't judge me. That I will always be grateful for. She just asked, how much do you need? I bought the plane ticket. I called a friend in New York and asked if I could stay in her one-room basement apartment for a few months. I landed at JFK on a cold March evening. The cold hit me so hard I felt it in my bones. I wasn't dressed for that weather at all. I slept next to my friend on her bed, and the very next morning, I started looking for work. Penny Saver, Irish Echo, every classified ad I could find. I was, after all, undocumented, so the only jobs I could find were those who paid under the table. Nanny, housekeeping. I got lost on the train almost every day, but I kept going. I went to interview after interview. One family told me I was perfect. Then they called days later to say they picked someone else. I was crushed. Not only for not getting the job, but I knew that nobody would take care of their home and their children like I would. 2 weeks later, that same family called back. The nanny they chose had already quit. Red flag? Yes. But desperation doesn't give you options. So I took the job. That household was strange, cold, isolating. They treated me like part of the furniture, like I didn't matter. But I prayed. I told myself this was temporary. I believed deep in my soul that somewhere out there was a family who would see me, value me, respect me, and trust me. And eventually, I found that family. A family who treated me like one of their own. A family who reminded me of who I am. A family who reminded me that I was worthy of respect. And from there, my life began to rebuild. Today, I'm a US citizen. I have my own family. I survived everything that was meant to destroy me. And I'm here to tell you, you can start over. You can rebuild. You can rise again. Even if all you have is a suitcase and $150 to your name. If this story touched you, subscribe. Until the next one, thank you so much for watching.